Morning guys, Alan's Allotment again here. Saturday the 8th of August 2020. Hope everybody's staying safe, being practical and keeping themselves out of harm's way. Right guys, so we're up at the allotment, it's 10 AM. I'm just in the middle of having a cup of coffee. All the birds are fed and watered and we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to do a lot less bobbling on this video. I'm going to try anyways. So what I'm going to do today is dig out the potatoes over in the growing area. We need to get those out now. On Monday evening last week we lifted 4 up, as you know, and the slugs and worms are starting to get at them. So I need to get them out. We can't leave them any longer. They need to come out and I can use that bed again for something else, winter crop or something like that. But I've got a few ideas in my head. I'm going to try and stop babbling a lot less in the videos and keep them a lot shorter as well, guys. But you'll just have to come along with me and see what I'm going to be doing today. If you're new to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button, then the little bell icon on the right, and that will alert you every time I put up a new video, and that would be much appreciated. If you have the ability, guys, could you please leave some comments in the section just to keep me motivated? It really would. It really does help. I have a couple of individuals that do leave comments occasionally, and you've got no idea how much of a boost that is for me, and it'll make a difference between whether I continue with these videos or not. So I really would appreciate that, even if it's a thumbs up, a like or whatever. That really would be appreciated, guys. Anyways, like I said, less babbling. I'll see you later. Morning guys, so I'm going to try and set you up on the tripod, and this is just a bit of a test, an audio test to see if things are working before we start recording. There's not a lot of point if you can't hear me, so I'm just doing a quick test with the audio. And what I'm going to do is set up the camera while we're doing the potatoes, and we'll either do some talking in between, assuming I can get my breath, or we will do some time lapse and pause at certain areas, perhaps. It takes a bit of doing when you're editing these videos as well, guys. There's a lot of time goes into this, so I hope you guys that do follow me along actually appreciate the amount of effort that I go to try and bring you some content. And I hope you do enjoy the videos. And if you could just let me know that you do, that would be great and much appreciated, guys. Okay, so I'm going to stop babbling for now. I'm going to play this back and check the audio is okay, and then we'll set you up while we do the potatoes. See you later, guys. Right guys, we're going to make a start. The audio did turn out okay on that clip, so hopefully it's going to continue. We're just going to carry on with these now. As you can see, they're gigantic. I'm just going to start chopping down the foliage initially so we can get somewhere near to the potatoes. So we'll give you a little bit of video footage like this, and then we'll stop it and we'll restart re-recording again as we get near to the time for the actual reveal. So all I'm doing is chopping these up nice and fine. Yes, it's a bit time consuming, but if we chop them up now, at least they're already cut down into small pieces and they fit in the compost bin much easier. So there's not a lot of fun in this, but there we go. And we already know what's under there, so unless we get some nice surprises down here. But basically the crop wasn't that bad, to be perfectly honest with you. It turned out to be not too bad. It could have been much worse. The way things have been going this year, then you know, I'm thankful for anything that I get out of this. And to be perfectly honest, As you very well know, and you've been following my videos along, you'll know that this compost that we've been using was just a very cheap bulk buy compost with very little sustenance to it. But we're going to rectify that problem very, very soon. You'll have to keep watching the videos to see what my intentions are, guys. But for now, I'm just going to concentrate on chopping these down. We needn't go any further than this. You can see what my intentions are to start with, and we're going to crack on with this, and we'll come back to you when we've got all this chopped down here, guys. Right, guys, you'll see I've got a fair bit of this cut back. It's not, sorry about the camera, guys. Right, you'll see I've got a fair bit of this cut back. I can't really see for the sun. Probably about half of it now, and chopped up into smallish pieces. These are basically there is one or two still long ends in there, but I'm just going to bring you around now and let you see what I'm actually doing now. So we're just working through it at a steady pace. Rome wasn't built in a day, and yeah, so we're going to there's going to be a little bit of movement on the camera now, guys, and you're going to be dragged all over the place basically. Just going to show you what else I'm doing now, guys. I'll try and keep it as steady as I can, but I'm on the tripod basically, and I'm having to lift it over the grown beds. So over here you'll now see, oh come on, let's get the camera set up, that I've got the potato tops here chopped up in the wheelbarrow. I've also got a bag of shavings that I found in the garage. It's been sitting there since Adam was a lad basically. So I thought, I haven't got the chickens cleaned out yet, or the pigeons. The chickens really do need doing, but there's going to be plenty more greenery going forward that we can use the chicken bedding with. In fact, it's almost compost itself anyways. So what I'm going to do is, obviously we've got greenery, and I'm putting a lot of carbon in here. This is just a quick way of doing it because I don't have anything else to hand. So I thought, well, while I'm doing this, rather than just throw this in to become anaerobic, it will be a hot compost pile, yes, and it will just break down. However, it'll break down quicker if we throw some carbon in amongst that, and it'll be a better quality as well, guys. And I'm just going to do roughly a 50-50 ratio, green and brown, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'll crack on and do a little bit here, guys. Just spin you around a little bit and see if slightly better. So basically all I'm doing is putting a scattering of the greenery in. And I'm sure I don't need to teach anybody how to make compost. I'm sure people are quite capable of doing this themselves. However, for those that might be looking to see how people do things differently, then I'll just show you my way. This is a lazy way at the moment, as I say, just because I haven't got the chickens bottomed out yet, because it's still bone dry in there, but it is breaking down. It's almost compost anyways. We'll just need a little bit of greenery with that to just set it in motion when we do come to do that. So yeah, I'm just basically throwing a layer in there, and then we're moving on to the carbon, guys. Plenty of carbon in there to soak it up and dry it up. And I'm putting roughly about a 4-inch layer of each basically. I'm putting the carbon in, the nitrogen rather, from the potato tops. And then we're putting roughly a 4-inch layer of that, and then we're putting roughly a 4-inch layer of carbon on here as well, guys. You can put slightly more carbon in there. It will break down. And of course these are designed for composting, these little compost bins, and they do have holes in them, so it will get a wetting down. A couple of watering cans of water on there just before I leave for the day, just to set it in motion. And yeah, so yeah, that's probably a little more than 4 inches this time, but it doesn't matter if you have slightly more carbon in there. And because it's only soft shaving this, This will break down really quickly, quicker than the wood chips that I actually use in the actual chicken bedding and the pigeons, underneath the pigeons. Sorry, got me back to you there, guys. Right, I'm just going to crack on with this. Then we'll go back over the potatoes, and once I get all that done, we'll come back to you and we'll give you another little view of actually lifting the potatoes, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you shortly. Right, guys, you'll see that's it, pretty much all the tops cleaned off now. It's taken me, believe it or not, we came over here at 10:15 and it's now 12 p.m. It's taken me an hour and 45 minutes, believe it or not. The foliage, as you're seeing, was up here somewhere. Cutting it all down with a pair of shears. Now I know it's really, really time consuming, but the thing is, from the first round of earlies that we took out, I literally just pulled the tops off and we threw them in the compost bin, and it's the old adjured, I'll get round to that one day and we'll get some compost made. But the truth of the matter is, it's another day that never ever comes round, and it will, obviously. We've never weeded this bed. There is a few weeds in there now, but not many. When you think we went straight on top of a nettle bed here, guys, and then we just put the compost, the cardboard down and the compost on top, it's worked wonders. But you'll have to bear with me so we can show you what we're going to do with this next. I'm going to give you a look at the harvest, obviously, as we do it, and I might leave the camera running and we might just speed up the video. But what I want to do is, because it's quite sodden still under there and I've cleared up the worst of the foliage, I'm going to let the sun dry this out for 20 minutes, half hour, and I'm going to get myself over there and get myself a nice cup of coffee now. So I'll catch you in the shed in about 5 minutes, guys. There's actually two things I want to show you guys. I'm not sure how the winds affect this now because I've actually unplugged the wireless microphone. But you remember we only cut the grass on Friday, last weekend. So we're literally 7 days down the line. And in a moment I'm going to just spin the camera around and let you take a look at this again. Already 1 week. But then I'll also show you something else that's happened since last Monday evening. I have one more video to go up before this one, and hopefully we'll get that up before this one comes up, and you'll see the progress in 1 week on the cucumbers. So the first thing I'm going to do is spin you around, and I'm going to let you take a look at this grass that I only cut last week, guys. Right, so as you can see, there's the bits of dry grass from last week's cut. And what I'm going to do is get down here to try and give you some idea of how long this grass is. Again, already. It really is growing like wildfire, but we've had more or less non-stop rain. So we've had rain through the day, and then it would get out in the evenings and the sun would shine, and that's the consequence of it, guys. It looks nice, but already I need to get this lawnmower out and get this grass cut again. And this is exactly what I mean by too much to do. Next thing I want to show you, which is a good thing. So I think Monday evening I showed you the cucumber that was starting to put out some more cucumbers, and then the video that still needs to go up, which should be up by the time you see this, shows you the progress from Sunday till Thursday it was. Yeah, Sunday till Thursday, and from Thursday till now. Look at these, unbelievable. They're ready for picking now, guys. 1 week. And obviously some of them are not ready for picking. There's 2 there, 3, 4 not ready for picking, but there's 2 clearly is. Not only that, there's another little one behind here, remember, but even look at the size of this. And then we've got more here, 2 more here, another one coming here, potentially another one here, another one here, another one here, and another one here. Another one starting there, and there, and there. This particular plant has been really prolific, and I'm delighted. I'm delighted with the way this is producing. These are really nice cucumbers, these guys. Just for the record, they're marketing more cucumbers, by the way. But look at again already, look at the amount of tomatoes that's ripened again just since last week. We're finally getting crops of tomatoes, guys, and they're actually not too bad, I'm pleased to say. So the season hasn't been a complete loss. We're getting the tomatoes now, and they get better each pick. Little cucumbers really coming on in leaps and bounds. In fact, I noticed earlier one started to put a cucumber on there, and this one here as well. Already started to put cucumbers on, guys. These Shirleys are really good croppers. I definitely won't be growing these plum jobs anymore. I just don't see the point. You might as well have them that size, or you get off the Shirleys. Same length of time, same process, but you get a better quality tomato. Our butternut squash still going strong. Some more onions will be taken down today, along with the cucumbers. Peppers are all over the place again. I'm going to leave these ones to go red. These big beefsteaky tomato jobs, they're really coming on nice. More peppers. More peppers. And again, beefsteak tomatoes. Some of these are a bit misformed, a bit misshaped, only odd ones, but the rest of them are growing really well, guys. Sorry about the camera angles and that. I'm all over the place here. But yeah, and even one of our little chilies has gone red now. And I don't know whether that one's going red or going bad. Oh no, it's gone red. Another one there going red. One there. And look at the size of these ones, guys. So yeah, our aubergine flowering all over the place. Lots and lots and lots of flowers. But I'm not seeing any fruit yet. So there you go, quick update in the polytunnel. Look at the size of this foliage here now, guys. But like I said, I am letting the top canopy out now. You can see the fruit still ripening well down below, and there's air getting through these. That's the main thing. Now we'll let them use the canopy to use the photosynthesis to put down into the fruit. We will have to chop back at some point because we don't want it getting completely out of hand, guys. Right, I'm babbling again. I'll see you in a minute in the shed. Bye. Another quick one. I've put the peach and nectarine trees out here. The other week I was saying I don't like nectarines. I was watching the video back, and of course I do. The peaches, basically, but without the fur. I do like, it's the ones without the skin, without the furry skin that I prefer. I do like both varieties, by the way, of peach and nectarines. Cherries I don't like, no, but pears I do. So you can see they're still thriving out here as well, guys. These are the, so that's our cherry tree and our pear. I had to bring them in midweek because the winds got up and kept blowing them down. As you can see, I tried to stake them with some wooden posts, but it weren't holding. I ended up having to take them into the polytunnel and put them up the path in the polytunnel. These have been brought out to get some sun on them and a bit of air through them, guys. Just to freshen them up while it's fine. I'll have to remember to put them away back in the polytunnel. Right, I'm going to make a cup of coffee and I'll come back to you in a minute, guys. Right guys, I'm back in the shed now. I'm just a little more than annoyed. Plus, I've just been watching the little clips back, and the one where I was sitting on the actual potato bed, having a bit of a chat. Halfway through, the audio just stopped and gave up, and then about the last 40 or 50 seconds, when I got up to turn off the camera, the audio came back. So whether I dropped the signal off the transmitter with sitting and I was actually blocking the signal of the audio transmitter, I don't know, but it's rather annoying. So anyways, that's a bit that no one will ever know. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to have this cup of coffee because as I say, I'm pretty parched now, and it's actually 10 to 1 now in the afternoon. And to be honest, if I get potatoes out today, excuse me, if I get the potatoes out today and I get those bagged up, I'll be happy chappy. It'll be a good job. In fact, it'll be two good jobs because we've got the compost pile made as well. So we'll need to throw some water, just throw a little bit of water on that before we leave. Close the lid in the heat of this sun, so I'm going to raise the temperature up on that and start the decomposing process. So yeah, put it this way, it won't turn out any worse than the compost I've got in those beds over there for now. It's horrendous. But after 3 years of doing nothing with the allotment and the way things were, it was the quickest way to try and get at least something done this year. With hindsight, yeah, okay. A lot of wasted effort in some areas. If only a bit more forethought had went into it, I could have saved the day. But we didn't. But lesson learned. But we are going to make sure those beds have got some decent compost. Excuse me. We are going to make sure those beds have got some decent compost in them for next year, guys. And hopefully we'll get a different story. What I was actually saying while I was sitting on the actual potato bed is that I've been having some serious thoughts around the allotment. I'd said in an earlier video that about taking priority in one thing or another. I really have got too much on. I've bitten off way more than I can chew. When I was younger and the health was fine, I could manage all of this, no problem whatsoever, and then some. However, as I'm getting older and the health is deteriorating, I'm seriously now having to make a sacrifice. Now, I've had racing pigeons since I was approximately 11 years old, guys. But I'm seriously now thinking of it's time to call it a day with most of them. And much as I don't want to do it, I feel that I need to reduce the workload a bit now. Due to circumstance more than anything. It's nothing to do with money. So I'm seriously thinking at the back end of this year is selling 90% of the birds, if not all of them. That's including the race and pedigree pigeons as well. Something's got to give, and unless things improve drastically before then it's time to make sacrifices, guys. I'm also going to have to think of smarter ways in the growing area to make it a bit easier for myself. But I have a few ideas, excuse me, I have a few ideas in my head of how I may be able to do that. And I've already came up with another couple of good ideas which I think will really be beneficial. It's the only drawback is I'm either A, going to have to spend a fortune to achieve it, or B, put it up as temporary with the pain of taking it down every winter, because the gales we get up on the top of this quarry in winter is horrendous. You've seen the state where it throws a polytunnel and it's sheltered from these other sheds that surround it as well, guys. So yeah, the heat's making me itchy. But yeah, I've been having some serious thoughts, guys, and it's we're going to have to make some sacrifices somewhere, whether I like it or don't. But for now, like I say, I'm going to get back over there in about 5 minutes whenever there's a cup of coffee, and I'm going to start and dig those potatoes out. and we'll bring you along and let you take a look. And even if I get nothing else done other than the potatoes lifted today and the compost heap made, I'll be happy chappy, and it's progress. See you later, guys. Right guys, I'm back. We're going to try the audio out again. I'm hoping that I did do a quick audio test and it came out alright. We're just going to have to wait and see how this goes, guys. I'm sorry I'm going to have me back to the camera for a little while, but what we're going to do is start and take some of these potatoes out, and then I'll get out the way and let you have a quick look at the potatoes. So we're going to start and harvest these out. The sun has gently dried the top, not much, but it has, and it just make it a little bit more pleasant for lifting the potatoes out, guys. Now, as you know, this is a no-dig bed, not a very good quality compost, I might add to, but the theory is you shouldn't need a fork or anything and damage your potatoes. Now, we might have some damaged ones in there anyway with the slugs and the worms, but we'll just wait and see what we get out of this, guys. But in theory, you should be able to just pull out and try not to disturb the soil as much as you can. I'll stop babbling, we'll crack on. This is not looking too bad. A little bit better than I thought, actually, but it's only the first one. So these things can grow humongous, guys, but like I said, I'm not expecting miracles purely and simply because we know the quality of this compost is rubbish. However, I don't think I'm going to be growing the Sarpos anymore. The reason for that, thankfully these ones aren't damaged by the slugs or anything, but I'm not going to, because the amount of foliage that comes off these things is just horrendous. But yeah, okay, so it can make good breakdown for good compost, but although I'm saying this, it's just a case of catching them at the right time next year, I suppose, and putting the string up long before the foliage drops over on the beds. It's quite amazing how wet it is still down there, guys, with the amount of rain we've had recently. I know I used to always cry for rain because I needed some for the water bottles and for the birds and the animals, and then ironically it went from one extreme to the other. But you can see how nice and easy I'm basically digging this with my hands, guys. I'm lifting these potatoes with my hands. Of course, we have a fair share of weeds in here as well, but it's nothing really. When you think of the fact that we grew in this bed on top of nettles and simply covered over with cardboard and planted straight on top. The compost is actually breaking down quite nicely now. However, it's a bit late in the year for that to have happened, but there we go. It is what it is. But yeah, it's really nice to be able to just basically dig with your hands. Look at this. Yeah. I can literally dig these out with my hands, guys. And to be honest, I'm delighted with with what's coming out. These ones aren't as damaged as the ones down the other end of the bed, but I took out on the last reveal. We took the 4 plants out. These look to be much nicer, much cleaner. Touch wood, not as damaged. In fact, I haven't found one yet, touch wood, that is damaged. However, he speaks too soon. No, I haven't. It's actually okay. I've seen a bit of gunge in there, but it's actually the seed potato that's just got the slop, which is the problem. We would expect that. not bad, guys. That's out of 2 plants. Oh, hang on, there's some more here. There we go. I think that's about 2 plants, I think. Yeah, about 2 plants worth. Might even be some in this corner. Nope. Oh yeah, there's one. Right, okay, let's see if I can get these to the surface and let you see them. That's off 2 potatoes, guys, so yeah. All in all, not bad. And they're much cleaner than the ones that I took out earlier in the week. And they don't appear to have any damage on them either. But some of these, as you can see, are a good nice size, guys. But the Sarpos, they can grow huge. I don't know yet whether I'm going to plant them again next year or not, but we'll see. Right, guys, I'm going to crack on, get these out, get them on the surface, get it weeded, and then we'll let you have a look at the end. I'll see you shortly, guys. Guys, hopefully the audio's coming out alright on this. That's the potatoes we got. All in all, I would say that's not too bad. I'm happy with the crop. Yes, it could have been better, it always can be, can't it? But at the end of the day, there's a good feed there. It's probably not as good as our earlier harvest, but it's on a par, I suppose. I was hoping for much bigger potatoes, but then I suppose the bigger they get, sometimes they get damaged. And there is some good big potatoes in there, but you know. And that's not the only one. It's not a one-trick pony. That one there is a few. But yeah, all in all, not bad. I would say there's a bag, maybe just short of a bag full there, guys. So spinning you around, you'll see that's the bed stripped out now completely. We just need to have a quick fertile with the gloves in there, just make sure we haven't missed anything. Then we'll rake this somewhere near level and we'll walk all over the bed again and firm all that back down again. And yeah, happy days. Right, guys, so we've got this all finished off. We had the last fertile round, we've got it somewhere near level now. And I've still got the potatoes to bag up. I've just been leaving them on the top still for to dry. It's 3:10 in the afternoon now, but like I said, I'm not bothered. If I get this job done, it's a good jobbed. This bed completely clear, stripped, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this bed with manure. Yes, I'm going to cover it with manure. Now, it was already well rotted when it came, and I'm going to put it on and I'm going to lightly mix it in. And then I'm going to firm it all back down again, and we're going to use it for, I don't know, maybe some brassicas, but we're going to put a bit of a cage up around it as well, guys, and see if we can get some decent brassicas out of this bed later in the year. Tomorrow I probably am going to just spend tomorrow planting some seeds. Now I know it's late, but there are still seeds you can plant in August, and we're going to plant some. I think I showed you, I think it was Thursday evening, pigeons or something are definitely destroying the beetroot leaves here now. And I think they could still be salvageable, you know, if I give these a haircut and a spray back. I really think we could maybe even get some of those in here as well, guys. The brassicas that was left, as you can see, there's nothing left of them. On a positive note, these are coming along fine. Our experimental bed seems to be doing fine in here. There is a bit of holing in the leaves on the turnips, but as you can see, the growth on these is amazing, guys. Probably need to get the cover off at some point again tomorrow just to check. I know some of these did have 1 or 2 holes in, but you've only got to look at these. Considering these were that big when I cut them all back and they had 1 leaf apiece. These are the Brussels sprouts. Look at the size of these now. So yes, definitely following potatoes with brassicas is a good idea. Hence the reason I'm saying we'll maybe make that into a brassica bed now the taters have came out. But we're going to put plenty of manure in there as well, guys. Yeah, everything's coming along nice in here. There is some damage, but you know, hey ho, you're not going to get rid of it all. But we are going to get these covers off probably tomorrow if the weather holds out, and have a look. And as you can see, these are just humongous, guys. I might have, he says, saved them, but I did show you earlier in the week this one is severely damaged, and I'm noticing a little bit more start on. That's a snail trail or a slug trail there, so there is a slug or two in here we need to get in there. But I'm not surprised. The amount of rain we've had in this last 6 weeks has been ridiculous. Yeah, that's me complaining again after I cried for it all along. So I just wanted to show you this as well, guys, something you may not have seen. So the courgettes are coming along, albeit very, very slowly, but it is making an attempt now, guys. Again, we've had that much water, it's probably quite sodden in there, but this is what I want to show you. Something, pigeons, mice, rats, or whatever, I don't know, have basically got at the peas, chewed the ends off them, even chewed away at the roots of the plants, and the plants have give up. They've lost the will to live. Oh, there's a yeah. Hey, look, decimated. It's probably mice or rats or something like that, but it could equally be the wood pigeons as well, guys. That's up here, and there's quite a number of them as well. But here, look, you can see it's just they've decimated it. So what I have done with the handful that was left, we've stripped this back and we've taken off what's edible so far. Yeah, and but yeah, you can see around here you've got peas all over the place that they've just broke off. The plants have give up. They've been attacked so much. Peas on the ground. And you can probably clearly see from that something has been chewing at it. And then here's a bit of pea there, just laying in the bottom. Leaves taken off a lot. And it's suddenly, I've suddenly remembered now why I gave up on this garden and left it fallow for nearly 3 years. You remember I said they'd even destroyed the polytunnel when it was over here. It used to run down this way on, and they pecked laggy holes in top of the polytunnel, and the wind got in and destroyed the polytunnel. And then I decided this year we were going to give it another go, but I'd completely forgotten about how much damage the birds did do over here. So I'm not going to be beaten. As you can see, they've attacked these beetroots that we transplanted as well. They are trying, they're still coming back, but without putting a cover over these guys, we won't lose them. Little snow globe turnips, you can see there's nothing left of them hardly. Each time that they are stripping them back, but you can see they are still trying to make a comeback and put new leaves out. Ironically, the beans are now looking beautiful, but they're getting ripped out. It's too late. At least I think it's too late, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I am noticing a little flower on here now as well, but I'm thinking, you know, for what I've got left in this bed, yeah, I might just leave it actually. Right, so I've came up with another idea which might be quite costly, but I think it'll be a lot more effective than what we've got. So what I've decided I'm going to do, and it's still one's an expensive way, the other is doable now, and I think I might do it now just to try and get a winter crop. I've decided I'm going to use these 8-foot bamboos sunk 2 feet into the corners of the bed, right down here, across the back, up this side, across the front, and the roof on. And using a combination of this and or this, depending on what materials I have available. And it's going to be pretty much be a I'm not sure how the wind's affecting this, guys, but basically I'm going to be able to just, they'll have a little door, makeshift door on here, or a roll up front where I can just open it up and I can walk in there and I can walk in there, but it'll be one big cage, if you will, if that makes sense. See if I can get further back and point it out. So basically it'll be down there, 6 foot high, down there, across the back, up this side, down the front, 6 foot all round, and then it'll have a roof on as well. It'll use a lot of bamboos, but we've got them, so that isn't a problem, and it'll use an even greater amount of cable ties. If I build a structure strong enough, it might stand the gales as well. However, once wind gets the back of this stuff here, as you can see, it basically tears, after a year or two, it basically tears the cable ties out of the loops, and as you can see, I've just got hold of that to try and lift it up, and it doesn't last forever, guys, but it's cheap enough that it can be, you can recover if you have to. In a real world, it'd be great making it in sections, so I can lift the sections out and lay them down flat, and that might be a possibility. I'll have to put a lot more planning into it, but that's my intentions, and that's one of my ideas over here, guys. I've decided, I've cropped these peas as well, by the way, guys. I've cropped the peas in there, and I've decided this bed is, although we spent the time on this, making this, we've got the idea now, so that's good. But this bed is definitely coming out of here, and we are going to have 4 or 5 smaller beds going that way down there, guys. There's no rush for that, and of course we've still got the greenhouse to put up here, which hopefully we'll get a start on my days off if the weather's fine. And it's, as I say, it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon, but as you can see, clearly the citrus trees are going to be in complete shade by 3 in the afternoon. In fact, probably as early as 2:30. They're going to be in complete shade from then, so I'm not sure how this is going to go, guys, but yeah, they'll still have light till 10 p.m. at night, so I don't know. The fruit should ripen, but we'll wait and see. It's the old wait and see syndrome. Right, guys, I'm going for a cup of coffee, and I'll come over and get these bagged up, and I'm pretty much going to call it a day. See you later, guys. Right, guys, as you can see, I'm back in the video. My God, my head is fried. Oh dear. Right, yeah, I'm back in the shed, and I've actually had a couple of cups of coffee. I was quite dehydrated. It's now 4:30 in the evening, but I've actually quite enjoyed today. I've got some hard work, well, hard for me, work done. More importantly, I've got a reward at the end of it, because I've got the crop of potatoes, I've got a few peas, I'll have a couple of cucumbers and some tomatoes at the end of the day, and some spring onions. So yeah, a good day. I'm happy chappy. It's so much for me keeping the video short. Oh dearie me. Never mind, one of these days we will put a short one up, eh? Okay, so listen, guys, thanks for watching and staying with me through these videos. I really do appreciate it. And if you could just leave a few comments in the sections below, just to keep me motivated and stop me going insane completely, that would really be appreciated, guys. Also, if you're watching this video, please do consider subscribing. There's a lot of people that have been watching my videos, but they aren't actually subscribing. In fact, probably more so than the people who are subscribed. So I really would appreciate it, guys, if you just hit the subscribe button and pop back again now and again, and check on the progress of things. We can't make every video perfect. Some will be doom and gloom, and some will be positively on a high. But we'll do our best to try and keep it on a high. All right, guys. I'm now going to make my way back over there, do the harvest, get the nectarines and the peach tree back into the polytunnel in case we're getting rain tonight, and then I'm going to make my way home. We'll have one final catch up before I go, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later. Right, guys, we've got our potatoes bagged up now. And as you can see, basically what I've done is I've put all the big ones and mediums, it's all chippable or can be used for baked potatoes or whatever in there. And by the time I just get the top out of that, that's a full bag. And all I've done here, this here is just the very small potatoes, which can be just put in a separate bag. I'm just going to put them in a carrier bag and they can just be washed and boiled as is, basically. So we keep them separate from them, and yeah, so not bad. It looks a sack full and probably a quarter of a carrier bag or something like that, guys. All in all, not bad out of this one bed. Guys, we'll give you a last look at the compost bin, and there you can see it's right up to the brim now, but you'll watch this drop as it breaks down. I need to come back and put a bit of water on there, but basically it's up to the brim and it's layered nicely with nitrogen, carbon, nitrogen, carbon, nitrogen, carbon. So we'll give that a bit of watering down, not too much. We can always add water, we can't take it away. We'll give a little bit of a sprinkle on top, close the lid and leave it to do its thing, and check on it periodically. Alright guys, see you later. Right guys, we'll give you a last look at the harvest. So we've put the 4 stone bag of potatoes in the boot of the car, and then we've got all these as well. These are just the small ones for washing and boiling. We took the last of the onions now from over the garage, and that's the harvest of peas. Sod's low, wind's blowing everything everywhere. So that's the last of our onions. Then we've got a harvest of spring onions there. Got our 2 cucumbers and quite a number of tomatoes. I've took some of them a little early so that they can finish ripening in the fridge, nice and firm. If you let them go too far, they go a little bit on the soft side. So yeah, yeah, but not a bad day's harvest, guys. I'm a happy chappy. Right guys, several last catch-ups later, and here I am. It's now 10 to 6 in the evening. I'm a glutton for punishment, I really am. And I'm really going to have to shorten these videos down. I get carried away with them, I really do. This is probably going to be the last feature film you see. Assuming you sit through it long enough. Right, so this is going to be the last long video. I really am going to have to keep these a bit shorter. I think people are losing interest with the length of the videos and not actually seeing them out. And that might be part of the reason why things are waning slightly. Not only that, the length of the video, the more clips I have to assemble and edit, the longer it takes me to try and make it into one film, basically. And that takes 3-4 hours to do that as well, on top of what I've already done. So after tomorrow, that's probably going to be the last video you're going to see from me, guys, for a little while. What I'm going to do is just actually crack on and get some progress done, and then we'll give you a short video on the update of what we've done. If you are still with me, guys, thanks for staying with me. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. And we'll see you in the next video. See you later, guys.